On today's show, we show how one athlete who grew up in a military family is working to join the military himself.
And we highlight how the Color Guard and Rockettes are working together for the Winter Guard show. These stories and more on this edition of Hilltop News.
What's up, Blue Hawks, and welcome back to another edition of Hilltop News. Live from Studio 1060, I'm Ashley Sallaway.
And I'm Veronika Volcjak. I hope you guys are having a great week so far, and remember, we are only a week and a half away from winter break.
Today's theme for the 12 days of winter cheer is Whoville hair, so the HDN staff has dressed up as different characters from the movie The Grinch.
That's right, Ashley, and to continue the holiday spirit around campus, there is a winter pep rally this Friday to end out the semester.
This past weekend, Rock Hill hosted the second annual cultural fair. Our campus has people from all over with all different kinds of cultural backgrounds. Blake Shalma reports on how one club brought these cultures together.
Henna tattoos, clothes from across the world, and performances from the Bollywood dance team. These were all things seen at the second cultural fair put on by the United Cultural Society.
Our purpose for this fair is to kind of show what cultures are represented at Rock Hill and kind of inform people about what diversity we have here.
Different cultural organizations went out last Saturday to give the community more awareness of their traditions. The fair had a variety of different displays, each showing off their culture in unique ways.
They're going to have cultural displays from all over the world, cultural foods that people can taste, and then there's going to be performances in the auditorium and a henna booth that people can get henna from.
Not only did it teach people a little about their culture, but it also provided a chance for them to celebrate their own traditions within their community.
And so people are going to be informing people about what their culture is, what tradition, where they're located, what they do over there, and how it's come over here, and what people do over here to embrace their culture. And so it's just kind of making a home, making a space for them.
The UCS is looking to preserve the culture at our school for years to come. For Hilltop News, I'm Blake Shalma.
The second year of the Culture Fair was a success. Can't wait to see what they do next year.
Making Sense is an on-campus business ran by the Prepare to Prosper program. To gain knowledgeable information as well as experience in the work environment, reporter Bronwyn Leiber looked into what exactly it is they do.
Making Sense by Prepare to Prosper does just that. Make sense to raise some sense. The on-campus business is worked by special needs kids in which they work Monday through Thursdays creating pleasant-smelling products from soaps, sugar scrubs, candles, and bath teas.
So that was the most important thing, was that every student could take part based on whatever their particular skill level were. I have some students that can do 90% of it from start to finish all on their own, and then I have some students that can only do a few steps on their own.
The step-by-step guide recipes give the students structure and consistency while practicing life skills. That's one of the many reasons they have so many loyal repeat customers.
I absolutely love the soap. I keep this soap on my desk all the time. It smells so good. It's lavender. I guess probably the soaps are my favorite. I buy the most of those, but I get all of my Christmas presents here for my workmates, for the people in my husband's office. They make fabulous gifts.
Making Sense started 3 years ago with help from a Prosper Education Foundation grant, and it has grown from there. They have had to stop most advertising due to having had reached max capacity in orders.
I did nothing more than just put a card in the staff workroom. I didn't even send out a whole email message to the all staff because at this point we couldn't even handle it.
The scent businesses help prepare young lives with learning skills for living, something that just makes sense for all students. For Hilltop News, I'm Bronwyn Leiber.
Even though they are currently getting slammed with orders, next semester they will be back to taking orders from everyone. If you would like to order, head down to the Prepare to Prosper room and scan the QR code out their door.
As seniors are applying and deciding which college to go to, reporter Sarah Cronin sees how one senior takes growing up in a military family to the next level.
Holidays like Veterans Day mean something deeper than acknowledging those who served in the military for senior Austin Kalau.
Both my parents were in the Air Force, and my mom's parents were actually in the Navy. So it's kind of like what I grew up in and all I know up until moving to Texas. So I love the lifestyle of being a military kid, so I just figured being in the military would be the same.
From the experience of growing up in a military family, Austin saw a possible career opportunity that would also allow him to live out the stories that he had always heard.
Hearing the stories, like I'm glad my parents had a good experience with it, because otherwise I may not have joined. Basically, like my parents told me, Air Force and Navy have a dang good lifestyle too. They treat their people right. So hearing their stories and all that, it definitely helped.
Austin has also benefited from playing baseball, from the weight room to the aspect of working as a team, instilling trust and dedication in himself and his fellow teammates. Working with people and being a teammate, I mean, in the military, as far as I know, you're instilled that like you're working in a team environment. So just playing baseball and then being with my teammates, it helps me with that team environment. From the baseball field and his home, Austin feels the Air Force and Naval Academies are the right path for him beyond high school. For Hilltop News, I'm Sarah Cronin.
Austin Kalal is currently still in the process of completing his application for Air Force and Naval Academies.
Orchestra students from across the district will rock the Prosper High School arena tonight.
Press into that.
In a sold-out concert with Trans-Siberian Orchestra original member Mark Wood, Prosper ISD string musicians will perform a special holiday concert. The Emmy Award-winning musician Wood was on campus Monday evening to rehearse with this orchestra. He is here with the Electrify Your Symphony program, which teaches and empowers traditional music education with creative thinking and expression. The concert will include hits from Ozzy Osbourne to AC/DC, taking classical string musicians to rock stars.
So the string world has existed in rock, but what we're doing with our concert Wednesday night is elevating the engagement of their hearts and their bodies and their minds. So we have the entire active activity of a human into the emotion of the music.
In the midst of all the festivities this time of year, it can be easy to lose the holiday spirit. Emily Wilhouse looks into how Prosper organizations are growing closer together and bringing the community holiday cheer.
The holiday season is all about coming together. This year, the Rockets and Color Guard are continuing their tradition of collaborating in their annual holiday performance.
The goal is just like coming together and working and showing Prosper, like the town of Prosper, like we can work together. Like we're not gonna have the stereotype of, oh, like here's the Rockettes and here's Color Guard, and we just don't work together at all. So just working together.
Not only is the show starring the Color Guard and the Rockets, but Hayes and Rogers Middle School have also been invited to participate. They have been working on preparing a few numbers to dance alongside the Color Guard and Rockets.
So it's a lot of fun to just really see what the other middle schools and Rockettes get to do and what we get to look forward to in high school as some girls want to do Color Guard too.
The production of this show has been time-consuming and required a lot of rehearsal for everyone involved, even including many hours of before and after school. However, these performers are motivated by each other and spreading the Christmas spirit.
It will spread holiday spirit by, it's just so amazing. Like, it's just in your face, like Christmas, boom, in your face. Like, we get to wear the costumes, we get like the sparkles, the songs, and just all on the stage with the decorations in the front. It's like, wow, Christmas is really here. Like, it's going, it's on a roll.
The Color Guard and Rockets plan to continue this festive tradition for years to come and work together to spread holiday cheer to the community. For Hilltop News, I'm Emily Wilhouse.
The Rockettes and Color Guard will be performing their show, Holiday on the Hill, this Friday at 6:30 in the auditorium. Tickets are $8 at the door.
Girls and boys basketball were both in action last night. Braydyn Cyranowicz is in studio to give you the recap on those games as well as everything else Rock Hill sports. Braydyn?
Thank you, Veronika. Girls basketball got last Friday off after their clash with Salina. They returned to action last night against a tough Wildcat team. The girls took Geyer all the way into overtime, but came up a little short, falling in that one 41-33. Their record now sits at 9-5 as they prepare to face Sherman next Tuesday in their first district match. Boys basketball had a busy week. It started with them competing in a tournament starting off on Thursday. They faced off against Saginaw. They started off their tournament play on a high note, winning that game 77-49. Their second game, they faced off a strong Flower Mound team. Rock Hill took it down to the wire, but unfortunately took home the loss 77-74. The boys rebounded quickly, however, pulling off two back-to-back wins against Bell and Grapevine to finish off the tournament. Finally, last night, they faced off against a tough Naaman Forest team. They played with them close, but went on to lose that game 64-58. Their next game is Tuesday against Ranch View. This past weekend, wrestling headed out to participate in the Rumble at the Rock tournament. The girls' team placed 5th out of 26 teams. Individually, Brooke Weiserick placed 2nd, Audrey Walker placed 2nd, and Eleanor Jukes placed 2nd. Boys' team also finished in the top 10, placing 10th out of 29 teams. Individual performances from Logan Sedgwick, who placed 4th, and Xavier Jukes, who also placed 4th, led this Rock Hill team to 10th. The wrestling team is back in action tonight for their senior night. Connor Fuxa caught up with the wrestlers to talk about tonight's meet.
Thank you, Braydyn. I'm here with 2 wrestlers. Can you introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Andrew Brooks, a senior.
Hi, I'm Xavier Jukes. I'm a senior.
So early on in the season, y'all have had to face a lot of challenges in your non-district play, facing a lot of 6A school. How has that affected y'all?
It's really just made us have to go and fight beyond our level. Seeing guys that we know we probably won't see ever again, we still have to go and face them like they're going to be the next guy we see at the tournament. It's really just made us have to push through and fight harder.
And another challenge you've had to face is you guys have had to be on the road a lot. You haven't had a lot of home matches. How has that affected y'all?
Being at Rock Hill, you get the sense of everyone's going for the fight rock fight mentality, and just being away from that, you have to learn how to fight even when you're in enemy territory. And so we've just really learned how to, do us even when we're in a different area.
So now finally tonight, you guys do get to be at home for senior night. What does that mean to you as a senior?
Means to me as a senior, it gets for me to prove that I'm here to compete and not just here to have fun, and just really here to have fun.
And now both of y'all have been here for both seasons. How has you seen the growth of the program from the start of last season to now, and what does it mean to you to be a part of that growth?
For me to be a part of this growth, it means that I get to set the foundation and for future wrestlers in our program to really go and achieve higher expectations and higher goals for themselves and really just push past their limits.
Well, thank y'all for joining me. Good luck tonight. Back to y'all in the studio.
UIL just announced on their Twitter earlier today that Rock Hill will be officially moving up to District 6A next year. The requirement was to meet 2,225 students enrolled, and the projected members for Rock Hill next year is around 2,800. Well, that's all we have for today's show. For Hilltop News, I'm Braydyn Cyranowicz.
I'm Veronika Volcjak.
And I'm Ashley Sallaway. Keep rocking, Blue Hawks.